Hello everyone, welcome to StarSea Tarot. I am Charlene Lizette. In today's video, we are going to be finding out what their current feelings are for you. We're going to find out what their next moves are, what they're feeling for you, what you can expect in this connection, and so much more. I've got a new deck. This is a super cute deck called the Love Oracles, and each card represents a different famous person or influential person. And you'll see when you pick your group or your pile how the cards work out, but they're super cool. Thought they were fun and modern, and let's find out. So we've obviously got 4 groups to pick from. If you're new to pick a card readings, the way that these work is you basically tune in and tap into whatever group or pile is calling to you the most. You can obviously pick more than one if that's what you'd like to do. And then for those of you that like to pick with crystal amulets, I am going to be adding crystal amulets from StarSea Jewels right now. Okay, so here are the 4 groups now with crystal amulets from StarSea Jewels. All of these pieces are handmade by me, and you can purchase them in the description box below. They're also all designed by me as well. So group number 1, we have Divina. Divina is all about the divine feminine energy, and it has rose quartz, angelite, lavender amethyst, and lava beads for those of you that like to use essential oils. Group number 2 is Selene, connected to the energy of the Cancer zodiac sign, the moon. This beautiful piece has aquamarine, amazonite, pearls, and moonstone. Group number 3 is one of my favorites. This is Ishal. Ishal is all about connecting to the happiness, joy, love in the universe. It's got a ton of different crystals here, as you can see. We've got rose quartz, blue lace agate, we have aquamarine, we have citrine, we have amazonite. And then group number 4, we have Sirius. Sirius is all about the constellation in the sky, for those of you that don't know what Sirius is all about, all right? And this piece, it has the all-seeing eye to help keep you protected. It's got pink opal, it's got amazonite, it's got blue lace agate, it's got pearls, it's got apatite. I think those are the crystals from what I can see here. Okay, so those are your 4 groups. Go ahead and take a look at the description box below for the timestamp that corresponds to the group or groups that you're called to, and we will see you over at your reading to find out what their feelings are for you, how they're currently feeling about your situation, and what their next moves are going to be. See you soon. Hello, group number 1. This is going to be your reading if you picked the first group or if you picked Divina, all right? Divina is all about tuning in and tapping into your divine feminine energy, your femininity. It's all about creation. It's all about everything that has to do with the archetype of divine femininity. So this is receptivity. This is creation. This is movement. This is dance. This is all about tuning in and tapping in. This isn't so lots of people get really confused with divine feminine energy, and they feel like, oh, it's about like being soft. Divine feminine energy can be very soft, can be very receptive, but hell hath no fury like a woman. Okay, so don't get that twisted, all right? I see a lot of people really get that twisted on social media. But this is about being able to just really nurture and love, honor, harmony, balance, okay? So this card right here from this new deck that I just got is going to be the overlaying message from your person about their current feelings. And we're going to dive into tarot. We've got oracle, we've got romance cards, we've got all the things for today. Okay, so let's find out because I'm finding out when you're finding out, okay? Ooh, Laverne Cox. Okay, so first and foremost, this could definitely have to do with, the LGBTQ community, okay? So this could have to do with same sex, same sex couple. It could have to do with trans. It could have to do with really just embracing these different aspects of you. Okay. It could also just be to straight people, like that's perfectly fine as well. Just we all know Laverne Cox is a really beautiful trans activist. So this card here says we're going to look at the flame and the diamond because these two have to do with love and romance. The infinity is friendship, okay? But this is about it says here that the way your person is currently feeling for you is that no one is going to have pleasure on your behalf. So go out and claim it yourself. So your person right now, and let them love you for who you really are. So your person right now is really just enamored by you. They're seeing you right now and going, wow, this person just really lives their best life. They aren't afraid of showing up and being in the spotlight and being who they are authentically and unapologetically. What I'm really feeling right now is that this person is focused a lot on their own pleasure. So I almost feel like your person right now is kind of like on the sidelines. That's the best way I can explain it. And they're more of an observer in your life. They're not necessarily integrated in your life. Okay. One of the things that this person really, really admires and loves about you or appreciates about you, if love feels like a strong word, is that they can see that you're authentic. They can see that you're not afraid to show up as you are. You're not afraid to be who you are. And I think that's about this divine feminine energy, right? Like you're not afraid to show these different aspects of you. Maybe you have, a more androgynous way of dressing or of being, or maybe you are a man who likes to dress more feminine or a woman who likes to dress more masculine. Like they really just appreciate these parts of you, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with embracing these different sides of you. For example, when I'm out on, going to the store or going shopping or out and about in the regular world, let's just call it, I dress very feminine. I've got lots of frills. I've got a very timeless style. I'm very like, button up shirts. I'm very feminine in the way I dress. But then if you were to ever see me at the gym, I wear dresses a lot, etc. But then if you were ever to see me in the gym, you'd see a more masculine side of me. I'm not a girly girl at the gym, whereas outside of the gym, I am a girly girl. And so your person, when they see you, they first, your person is very attracted to people who are who they are without needing to feel like they need to like conform to something. They don't like girls who fake it or guys who fake it. Guys who try and be like tough guys or girls who are like, oh, I have to be this like curly, helpless damsel in distress. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. For them, what they're attracted to is somebody who just is who they are unapologetically. Like that authenticity, that word is really important for them. And I think as they're watching you from the sidelines, they're really just seeing that you don't give a F about what other people think about you. You are just so tuned in and tapped into who you are. Now, their word right now is perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to do. So, yeah, I really feel like your person is going through some deep transformation right now, some big changes in their life, some big aha moments. And that's why they're kind of focusing on themselves. That's why they've gone inward, because I don't think they'd make a good partner right now. And I don't say that to say that there's something wrong with them. It's just sometimes when you're working on yourself, you can't be giving your energy to other people because it won't work. And I get that, right? I've been there before. And for you, okay. So for you, I don't know if you've heard that big slam where a bunch of cards just flopped down, but this felt very like, understand this. Like this is important. Surrender. I release my need to control, right? And this kind of goes back to that Divina, because Divina is all about receptivity, it's harmony, it's being open to receiving without needing to control outcomes. And funny enough, I'm not going to take this card, but funny enough, Pride came down, and I think June is all about Pride Month, and I'm recording this right before June. So that's, for some of you, that might definitely resonate in one degree or another. All right, so let's dive in a little bit more and get some cards here about your person, your situation, what's going on. How they're feeling for you. Mm. Mm. Sorry, no, I'm just being silly. Look, your person is going through a lot of aha moments right now. Your person is, wow. Yeah, your person is like definitely in this process of massive awareness into their life. How many do I have here? 6? Okay, yeah, 6 is right. So Your person has been going through a lot of changes right now. I think in the past, your person just had no interest in settling down. Your person has been heartbroken, has had some really hard relationships or some hard lessons in love. And this caused your person to just really kind of be like, I'm not interested in love anymore. Like, I'm just going to be a player. I'm just going to go do what I want. I'm just going to go have my own pleasure, my own thing. And they just always had a lot of options, a lot of choices, a lot of, um, suitors, all that stuff. Now, when they met you, when they saw you, Cupid's arrow hit. And they started thinking long term with this Ten of Pentacles. They started thinking about marriage and kids and creating a legacy and creating a home and creating love and creating stability and creating this and creating that. And oh my gosh, I'm telling you, they started thinking so long term, and that really caught them off guard. I think you caught this person by surprise, to be quite frank. This person was like not expecting any of this stuff, and then all of a sudden it all started happening, and they were like, "What is going on? Why is this happening? Why am I here? Why am I feeling this stuff? Why is this person like always on my mind now? What happened?" Okay, definitely feeling I think overwhelmed too for a few of them. I honestly I think and if you're listening to this, your person, whoever you're thinking about, is really overwhelmed. Overwhelmed because they've got so much heartache that they've got to heal. You see, your person was very betrayed. Your person went through a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, a lot of suffering in their love life. They didn't have an easy situation in the past. I think they've had a lot of karmics, a lot of difficult connections, a lot of difficult relationships. And that's why they're in this energy right now of perseverance. I can do whatever I set my mind to do because they have to work through their healing. I also feel like they have a lot of feminine wounds, maybe mother wounds, or they were just betrayed by women in the past. And I think originally what they did was like, okay, if women are going to betray me, this is for those of you that are attracted to men. If women are going to betray me, then I'm just going to be a complete DICK to women moving forward. They just didn't care. Sorry, not into you. Okay, thanks for sleeping with me. That's it. I don't know if you guys watched How to Be Single in on Netflix. So How to Be Single on Netflix, one of the main guy characters who owns the bar, this is the energy he's given off. And then you are like that girl who just sparks everything inside of him that makes him want to change. And obviously change around the sexes if that doesn't align with you, right? Like if it's male to female, 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 male, male, whatever. The Ten of Wands here is telling me that they are in this process of putting down some heavy, heavy burdens. They're having to learn a lot about themselves, learn a lot about you. Like I said, they're observing you and they're like, wow, this person is not afraid to be authentically who they are. Maybe I shouldn't be afraid of being authentically who I am. Maybe it's okay for me to soften. Maybe it's okay for me to make a move. They want to put these burdens, these difficulties, these weights down, but it just takes time. And I really feel like you can't pressure them right now. I feel like you right now have to kind of give them space and hold them in like loving thoughts like, thank you so much for coming into my life. Thank you for showing me these beautiful parts of me. Thank you for being a mirror. Thank you for being a window, a doorway, whatever. Thank you for being you. Like, I'm so grateful. I'm here if and when you're ready. That's the kind of energy, like a complete surrendering of control in this connection. Because the more that you try and hold on, the less space that you give them energetically to process things on their own. They've got three major arcana: the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, and the Empress, because this is all about them, their perspective out, right? So they're going through a lot of changes around the way that they view relationships, home, marriage, love, life, connections, unions, partnerships, all the things, commitment, all the things. They're healing a lot of family issues. So many family issues. And I think you are too. I'm just going to put these right over because I've got more cards and I don't have more space on the table. Yeah, you need to also really be in this process of like, why am I trying to attach and hold on to something so hard? Why can't I just give him or her the space to process this at their own time? Right? Like, what would happen if you just went and lived your own life? Wow, one of the cards just flew half across the room. Right? Maybe you need to go, maybe you need to go on vacation. Maybe you need to go and do some of your own stuff, you know? Let them process their things. It's almost like you both need to kind of go on your own little journeys right now so you can come back together. Because I don't think this connection is done. I'm not feeling that. We're going to pull out some more cards in just a minute. I just want to set this up nicely. So, both of you right now are in this process of healing family issues, of learning how to forgive your parents, your past lovers, just learning how to forgive in general. Your romantic feelings are real and worth exploring, right? This is an opportunity almost for you to fall in love with yourself, for you to tune in and tap in and connect with yourself. I feel so strongly that for many of you, you will end up marrying this person. Some of you may be in separation right now, like you may be married and be separated from each other. There's so much connection here in this union. This is such a karmically tied like union where you both support and heal each other. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Right? This is like almost like you need to surrender all control and go out and live your best life and do your thing, give them space, let them know. And for them, they have to work through their own stuff before they can come back to you. This isn't something that they can do in a union with you right now. They won't, it'll hurt the union. Four of Pentacles, healing family issues. They need that solitude. They need that time with the sheep, with the animals, you know. They need that time on their own. Six of Cups, their feelings for you haven't gone anywhere. And I don't think your feelings for them have gone anywhere either. There's so much here. So this is the Queen of Swords under wedding. There's so much healing here. So the Queen of Swords in traditional tarot is a woman who has gone through some difficulties, some hardships, some challenges, and she has persevered now. She has used her challenges or obstacles or difficulties to overcome adversity. To overcome her obstacles, to overcome, like she's turned her adversity into her superpower. And I think this person has to learn how to do that on their own, and so do you. How to take your difficulties, your obstacles, your challenges, and how to be able to move forward from them. I think in the past you used to run away and no more. Two of Pentacles, chemistry. Look at this little boy, how he kisses, and the girl's like, meh. But she loves it. She's just like, you know, she's just set in her ways. There's so much love here. There's so much connection between the two of you. I think, you know, what's next in this stage in this connection is both of you going on your own route to be able to heal, to work through some stuff, to honor yourselves, to really recognize and realize what's happened here. The Page of Wands. There, you know, the more that you surrender your need for control and the more that you go on your own journey, the more that you go and do your own things, see how quickly this person messages you back. Because it's like you both need to just go on your own to come back together. That's what this feels like. Whee! Like that's the energy of this connection. And divine feminine energy calls in. It's very like it's Aphrodite, right? She sits on her chaise, she opens herself up, and she calls things in. Playfulness, the Five of Wands. Yeah. Many people think the Five of Wands is like fighting and arguing, but like, do these people look like they're fighting and arguing? No, they're all dancing. They're having a great time. For you, it's about going out and living your best life right now and giving them the space to come back on their own. Their feelings for you have not gone anywhere at all. But their next step right now is that they need to do some stuff on their own, and you also need to do some stuff on your own. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. Yeah, you're both having to do stuff on your own. That's the energy right now. So you can come back together. It's like out and in. Let's get some astrology cards. I wasn't going to do it, but now I feel called to. Let's get some astrology cards to see when the next, maybe connection or the coming back is going to be. Scorpio season. So first and foremost, there's a lot of death and transformation here. Pluto, Scorpio, okay? So whenever you're watching this, think about Scorpio season. Or whenever Pluto is transiting, so moving from one sign to another. I think it's going into Aquarius soon if it hasn't already when I'm recording this. And then I'll move back out of Aquarius for a little bit before next year when it moves into Aquarius for good for the next few years. And then waning crescent, surrender, restore, reflection, intuition, stillness. I mean, how many more cards do you need of surrender, right? This is a process. This is a deep transformation that you're both going through. Very, very deep. But beautiful nonetheless. Continue to be who you are authentically and unapologetically. If you want to get a tarot reading to find out where your person's at, your own individual connection, take a look at the description box below and book a session with me. It's called a cosmic session because we don't do just tarot. We go way deeper than tarot. It's a whole hour experience with me. It's lots of fun. All right, take a look at the description box below if you want to pick up your amulet as well. I am going to move on to group number 2 now. We will see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye. Hi, group number 2. This is going to be your reading if you picked Celine or group number 2. Celine has all these beautiful pieces connected to the sign of Cancer, okay? So it's got aquamarine, it's got blue lace agate, it's got a amazonite moonstone, and pearls. All right, this is very I'm recording this when Mars and Venus are in Cancer, and it just feels like so much love. Like so much love, like just pouring out of my heart. All right, so that's how you may be feeling right now too. Like just love is pouring out of everywhere. Now, this card right here, I don't know what it is. We're going to find out together. It's going to represent your person's current feelings for you. And then we'll dive in. We got lots of different cards to dive into as well. Okay, so let's find out. Super cool cards. So this is Gala Dali. Everything in love is invention. Create, soar over the ordinary. It is by being in the shadow that one emits the most light. This is so beautiful. So this is Salvatore Dali's wife, I believe. And these two represent love, and that's friendship. So that's why I'm not really reading the friendship one, because this feels like it's more of a love connection. I mean, this whole reading, these readings are all about love. Now, I do want to point out that even though this is about Salvatore Dali, for those of you that don't know, he's a very, very famous artist who creates a lot of melting clocks. You can see right here. But what's really, really cool about this is the fact that you pick Celine, and Celine is mom, is the feminine energy. And so one of the things that I'm seeing here right now is that it is your feminine energy. It is you showing up creative, artistically. That is really, really what attracts your person to you. All right. And people have this idea that femininity is I don't know, weak or something. No, babe. Feminine energy is powerful. Okay. So this person, you might be in the shadows, you might be a little bit introverted, you might not necessarily like claim the spotlight all the time. And this person's like, I see you. I see you, babe. I see you. Now I'm going to pick a word to represent them and a word to represent you in this connection. So them, judgment. I understand that everything or everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. Yeah, they really just embrace you for who you are. I think you're kind of quirky. Can I call you that? I feel like you're kind of quirky. You know, you're unique. You got a thing. You're not like everybody else, that's for sure. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. You're not a basic girl, is what I'm saying. Or a basic guy. Yeah, so you're going through a lot of learning right now. You're really being tested in this connection. I feel like shadow work for both of you is really important. And the moon often represents our illusions, our delusions. Ooh. Oh, death. Look at that. Yeah. Let's dive deep into this connection. So people see death and they're like, oh my God, it's death. It's the ending. It's finite. No, I've pulled out tarot cards before about connections and gotten death. And guess what, babes? It just meant transformation. It shifted from one energy to another. It didn't mean finite, never again. Sometimes that transformation from one end to another is literally, closing this chapter and moving on forward, but sometimes it's not. So let's dive in and see all these cards. The Knight of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Chariot. We need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Magician and the Four of Cups. Interesting. Very interesting. We got the King of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. Very interesting. So let's dive into this. All right, so you two clearly had some type of falling out, because if you haven't had a falling out, or if you're not no contact, this isn't your reading. I'll tell you that right now. This is about two people who are very unique, very quirky, very different, and or just, stand out from the crowd. Um, but are really, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like having, there's a certain astrological placement. I can't remember if it's Saturn hitting the North Node, but it's two people who are soulmate. They're so bound together, but it's really hard for the connection to come together because it almost feels like they're not meant to be. So they have to go through this like really big journey. And if they actually do come together, then the opportunity exists for there to be a long-term commitment, like long term. But what I'm seeing here with Death, the Knight of Swords, is that there were some harsh words that were said, some very strong words that were said. Uh, yeah, you know, they were hard. It hurt, and it left both of you kind of feeling like, no. This to me feels like two people who really need to work on their shadow and their ego, both you and them. These cards are all about them right now. So I'm going to tell you about them and then we'll dive into your connection and what you can do later on in the reading. The conversation that you two had really transformed their line of sight, their mindset, their whatever, the brain. They were like, whoa, I can't believe all this stuff happened. And they are a type of person that just really wants to charge forward. But sometimes I think what they've realized is that sometimes charging forward and sometimes sharp words ends up in situations where there is regret, there is remorse, there is sadness. And right now I believe that they're fixating on all of that. They're fixating on the sadness, they're fixating on what didn't work, they're fixating on like how they messed up, how it could have affected you emotionally, how it's affecting them emotionally. And they're really just trying to control themselves with that Chariot. They're trying to control who they are, their personality, their aspects, their feelings, trying to just control absolutely everything. They're trying to pretend that like nothing happened. But in reality, they're realizing they're having a very big awakening, spiritual awakening moment. You see, the Judgment card, I understand that everything happens for its own unique paths and challenges. And if this was a tarot card, I'm going to take some of the tarot messages from it. Judgment is answering the call from the universe. It's a spiritual awakening, it's a reckoning. This stuff is so karmically, you two are so karmically connected, and this situation that transpired between the two of you is so karmically connected. It's funny too that Salvador Dali's head is just his head and hers is her whole body. So I'm curious to know if you just were like, like you just cut them out, or just said really strong things to them because they needed to hear it. This person's very mercurial, so it might be Virgo, Gemini. But what I'm seeing here, or Cancer as well, Scorpio as well. But what I'm seeing here with this Magician card right now, they've also got a lot of major arcana. So this, whatever happened between you two, has really torn them up, but also like turned their life upside down. Because right now they're realizing that they're the magician. They have all the tools at their disposal to come back and try and work things out with you. They can try and figure out how to work it out with you. How to figure out what to do. They're sitting back going, "Did I mess this up forever? Did I screw up? I treated them badly. Maybe I don't know that they cheated on you. I'm not seeing that, but like whatever you guys, there was conflict here, drama for your mama, and they're feeling like they can't come back from this anymore. But it's just they haven't switched their perspective yet. They haven't seen a different lens, if that makes sense yet. Like they have to go through their own stuff right now. They're going through some deep shadow stuff, some mother wounds as well. I feel like this person is trying to figure out how they make their move back towards you. And they can't figure it out right now. And that's because they're trying to control everything. Look at all the horses. They're trying to like force something. They're trying to push something, the horsepower, push, push for, instead of just surrendering and giving themselves space. I think this person's feelings for you, they feel like they really mucked things up really badly. I think they think about you a lot. I think they've got a lot of love for you, but they're afraid to tell you. It's funny with all this mercurial energy too, but it almost makes me feel that they struggle with communicating. And I think that lack of communication or the way that they communicated is what caused this issue in the first place. And for you, it's about learning how to handle yourself during this process. Deception. Maybe you found out something about them. This could be the one. It's safe for you to love. Oh yeah, this is so karmically connected. This is like, I think it's Saturn hitting the North Node or Saturn hitting the Ascendant. In synastry and astrology, there's one placement where it feels so hard to come together, but when you finally come together, it's just like glues. And that's what this is feeling like. Like I almost feel like you're watching this and you're like, I don't even know if I want to be with them anymore. I'm just listening because I want them to feel bad for what they did to me. Fair. Fair, they do. They do. They definitely feel guilt, a lot of guilt and shame and embarrassment. They feel like an idiot. Honestly, they're beating themselves up over it a lot. I think everything is what's what I'm looking for. The cards is what's the saying? Like the cards are in your hands. Like the next whatever happens next in this connection is up to you. If you want them, you can have them back. If you don't want them, you can let them go. This person realizes they messed up really, really badly. Whatever they did to you, you found out. See, remember that where I told you like these two people could come together and then they glue, but if not, they can go on their own. This is this could be the one. You can choose this could be your person if you want them to, the person you spend the rest of your life with. It's safe for you to love, but you got to free yourself from. You got to take back control, right? You have to free yourself from all this stuff. You can't hold on to the grudges, the challenges, the obstacles of what they did and want them to and like want them. You can't. Okay, sorry. Let me just try and exactly. That's exactly how this whole connection is feeling right now. Like you don't even know. It's almost like surrender right now is the best way. And if you want this person back in your life, you have the ability to bring them back into your life, okay? But remember, sprinkle, sprinkle, okay? We don't go for low valley men here. But what's happening here is that the important thing for you to understand is that if you choose to take this person back into your life, you can't hold on to the things they did to you in the past. The connection will not work that way. You will have to let go of everything that they did in the past and almost start fresh. But I also do see here that you have the opportunity to call in another soulmate if you want. So really, it's what do you want? What do you want, group number 2? 10 of Swords, yeah. Whatever they did to you just fucking broke you, man. The Hierophant. Conformity, status quo, social norms. I don't think I've ever pulled out the Hierophant in this deck. The Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands. You see, you have so many options here when it comes to your love life. You're really in control. Whatever you want, you can manifest. Calling in your soulmate. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you could totally walk away from this connection. If you want to know what's coming up next, the ball's in your court. That's what I was looking for. The ball's in your court. You can call back this old person, this person that you're listening to, or you can call in a new person. Oh, I grabbed all the cards. What's this? 3 of Cups. Yeah. You get to pick. What do you want? You get to pick. It's up to you who you attract and call in next. Because I think this person that you're watching this for, they really hurt you. And how they're feeling is a lot of regret, a lot of remorse. They're getting their judgment day for what they did to you. Mars. Yeah. If you ever read about mythology, read about Eros and his connection to Aphrodite and to all the other women. Aphrodite was the one person he loved, but the one person he couldn't have because she was married to somebody else. Pluto, I think you're over it though. There's a lot of Scorpion energy here, a lot of transformative energy here. Group number 2, this person feels so much guilt, remorse, anger, rage, frustration with themselves for what they did to you. Now, what their next move is, 4 of Cups. They're figuring it out. They don't even know yet. But this whole reading is about you reclaiming your power. This whole reading is about asking yourself, like, are they really worth it? Do they really deserve you after all that they've done to you? Or it's a time to free yourself and go find somebody else, because you can call in your soulmate. You can have a whole new love life with a healthy partner, a healthy relationship that's entirely up to you. If you want to book a session with me so that I can help you out through this, or if you want to pick up your amulet, you can take a look at the description box below. Booking a session with me gets a tarot reading. You get a whole bunch of other stuff as well. It's a whole hour of spiritual goodness. But yeah, that's your reading, my loves. It's up to you. The ball's in your court. All right, we will see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye. Hi, group number 3. This is going to be your reading to find out how they are currently feeling about you, what their next steps are going to be, what's going to happen in this connection. So to start off, let's talk about Ishel, because I do find that every amulet, regardless of the amulet that you picked for the group that you picked, always has a message that corresponds or complements your actual reading. Ishel is the Mayan goddess of rainbows, of weaving together, and she's all about emitting beauty and harmony and peace in the world. Some even say that she also supported women during childbirth. When we look at this amulet and we see all the crystals that are here, you can see amazonite, blue lace agate, aquamarine, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine. You feel this energy of happiness. You feel this energy of joy. This is a very uplifting amulet. So I want you to keep that in mind as we dive into your reading, because there's this energy of remembering, tuning in, and tapping into the importance of being in the energy and the frequency of joy or joyful expectation when it comes to your reading and your message. How are they feeling about you right now? This is a cool, really quirky deck. I really love it. It features all these different famous people, some that have passed and some that haven't. So you got Pablo Picasso. Now we're going to take a look at these two first, the flame and the diamond. And the reason why is because these are the messages that are connected to romance, whereas the infinity symbol is about friendship. And in this case, I think we're doing romance, right? We're talking about love and romance and connections. Make seduction the greatest work of art. Begin all affairs with good intentions. And interestingly enough, the colors, right? You can see them represented here. Very colorful card indeed, with oranges and blues and yellows and reds and pinks. When I sit with this energy, what I'm really feeling here is that this person, there's a sensuality to it. I'm just going to rewind for a minute. I get Taurus energy. I get Venetian energy. For those of you that may have Mars in Taurus, Mars is how we love. It's our passion, also our energy, like our vigor. When we use the energy of Mars and Taurus in love, it's the seduction. It's the sensuality, the taking it slow, taking your time, not needing to rush anything. This is about, you know, touching things softly and really just enjoying the journey rather than trying to rush to the destination, if you catch what I'm putting down. So I do feel like whatever this person is going to do next with you, it has to do with taking its time. Okay, there to them, you are their muse. Now we're gonna get a card for you and a card for them. A keyword here. So for you first, imagination. Okay, I almost want to say manifest. Okay, manifest, manifest. It's not even almost. I'm gonna say it. Manifest, manifest, manifest. So whatever you want to come through in this connection, manifest it, manifest it, manifest it. Okay. Envision it, use your imagination, embrace and nourish the creative aspects of your life. We have a lot of creativity here, right? Even Pablo Picasso, very creative individual, created a lot of art. Okay. The same here. Even if you think about Ishel, I do believe she's connected to art as well if you research her. So there's creativity. So again, I'm tuning in and tapping into this beauty, this harmony. And now their card is honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And I love that because what I'm getting from him or her is that they always want to be honest with you. They will never drag you along. They will never play games. They will never make you feel unseen or unheard or keep you in the dark. So if you are listening to this and you're within a situationship or with someone or thinking about someone who leaves you in the dark, who has you really confused, who has you, you know, not really sure of your connection, then this may not be a reading because this person is not like this at all. This person is honest in everything that they do. I don't do reversals, but I do acknowledge it. Oh, see, this is why I don't do reversals. I had the whole deck reversed. This is exactly why I don't do reversals, because that's me picking up the deck incorrectly. Now, I do feel here that, interesting. I do feel here that something happened in this connection. What was the message with Ishal? Joyful expectation. Look at joy. Look at happiness. Look at peace. I'm sitting with this energy, and what I'm really tuning in and tapping in into the fact that I feel like you both may have had a false start, where you may have thought that the connection was going to move in a direction, go in a certain way, and then it didn't. Either they pulled back, or you pulled back, or you both pulled back. Whatever the situation may have been, though, it kind of left you wondering about their intentions, and it left you wondering if this may have been, you know, a fling versus a long-term connection. I feel like both of you needed to really work on some stuff. The Ten of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Wands, you both had a lot of baggage, a lot of narratives, a lot of stories, a lot of things that were coming in from your past that you were allowing to infiltrate this connection. And then with the Eight of Cups, you both needed to walk away and kind of like have a little bit of time on your own. You both needed to be on your own. You both needed to work through some stuff. You both needed, I just heard twin flaming. So hold on. We're going to hold on to that just for a minute. You both needed to work on some stuff on your own. You both needed to realize where your limitations, the devil card is what's coming in my mind. The limiting beliefs, the stories, the narratives, the things that kept you stuck, the things that kept you bound, the things that kept you in these places of stagnation, of not being able to move forward. You both needing to put the wands down. You needed to put the wands down and yeah, that. Release the burdens. The burdens. You can't move forward in love. You can't move forward in a connection if you're still holding on to the things in the past. And maybe this person explained that to you, right? Maybe this person explained that to you, that they wanted to begin your connection with good intentions, and they weren't in a mental space or a mind space to do that. They weren't there, so they couldn't do that. See? Nine of Cups, Six of Swords. They want to take positivity with you. They don't want your connection to be riddled with obstacles and challenges and difficulties. They want your connection to be smooth sailing ahead. They want to feel pleasure and joy and love and happiness with you. And they know that that had to take a lot of inner work, a lot of things that they had to do. Hold on, look at that Taurus. I just saw that little image of the bull there. And they needed to be able to move to calmer waters ahead. But there's something missing here. There's something missing in this connection, something that both of you still need to work through, work out. I want to say unfinished business, and I definitely want to say twin flame. Now, some people will say that the Four of Cups isn't a great card to get in romance, and things are nuanced. Things aren't always so black and white, and I will share that in doing my own cards for myself. I've seen that where maybe, I'll pull a Ten of Swords in a situation. I'll be like, oh, it's done, it's over, or the Death card, but it's not over. It's specific situations, specific dynamics that are over or having to end or need to be released in order for something new to start over, like in order for something new to transpire. When I look at the Four of Cups as your last card before we dive into the other cards, the big message I'm getting here is that you both want this, but you're needing to do all this first. Look at all this muck, this work. And remember how I said to you, twin flamey, as I was reading the cards, and I said I'm going to come back to it. There is a lot of misconception, and in my opinion, a lot of half truths that are used to manipulate people with genuine good intentions when it comes to a twin flame journey. And it keeps people delusional, it keeps people stuck, it keeps people really blocked from being able to attract the love of their life. One of the things that I know to be true is that sometimes in a twin flame connection, you two may meet and may activate each other. You may meet at the gym, you may meet at work, you may meet at the grocery store, you may meet somewhere. It may even just be two people crossing by, right? Yet, nothing will come out of the connection in the sense that you may cross paths, but you may not talk, or you may briefly talk, but then there's nothing that happens further, right? That false start, or like that beginning that doesn't really go anywhere else. And the reason for this, the reason that this happens in a twin flame connection is because in that moment where you two cross paths and acknowledge each other and see each other and lock eyes, you activate each other. You activate each other, and then you have to go and do your own work. You have to activate each other so that you both remember the mission, the reason why you two met, the reason why you two came together, why you had to be here in the now, and whatever work, whatever things you have to process and complete and understand and heal, all so that you can come together if you decide to, because every single human has free will. And right now, I think this is why you're being given this message of bottom of the deck, true love, being given this message of a shell and being given this message of imagination, is because you right now need to remember that all affairs begin with good intentions. So right now you have to be in this energy of joyful expectation, of love and hope, not attaching to any particular person, but really asking yourself what energy, what feelings you want to be in when you're with your dream person. So if this person is your dream person, the person that you're watching this video for, what do you want to feel when you're with them? Do you want to feel safety, security, happiness, love, joy, laughter? What do you want to feel? And then tune in and tap into that energy. Instead of, I want to attach to this person. No, tune into the safety, the security, the love, the laughter, the joyful expectation. See, if this happens to be a twin flame connection, then the two of you are weaved together and there's work that needs to be done. You all are watching this. Yeah, there's so much work here that needs to be done. I do feel like for some of you, you may have had a tendency to have negative thought patterns or anxiety, depression, overanalysis, paralysis, just really get in your head a lot about stuff. And then you're thinking, you're doing all these things, and then when things aren't manifesting in the real life, you're getting very frustrated. But you don't need to overanalyze or overthink things. Or attached to things. So you got, this could be the one: free yourself, chemistry, getting to know each other, finances, career, and codependency. So it really just continues to tell the story of how you two have some work to do on your own and together. The way this person is feeling towards you is they're wanting to build something with you, begin all affairs with good intentions, but they got to work through their stuff. They've got a lot of stuff that they've got to work through. They see you as the person that they want. They want to be with you, free yourself. They want to take control of their life. They realize there's such a massive connection. They want to be able to talk to you and take you out and do stuff with you and hang out with you and court you and all those things. But then the weight of their life blocks them. Their finances, their career, their codependency addictions are affecting your romantic life. They could be into gambling, or They could like shopping, or they could not have a good relationship with money, or they could be really fearful of connection, of commitment, right? There's all these things that show up. Oh, I just realized I had some of these cards the wrong way. Let me just fix that. Let me just fix that for you. There we go. This person almost like this person, like you're like their muse. They look at you and they're like, this is what I want. And I keep having to take these deep breaths because sometimes I feel like they get really overwhelmed when they think about you because they feel like they're letting you down. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is trying to figure out how to make their way towards you, but they're very pragmatic. They're very logical. They're very rational. They take their time. Look at that. They see you as the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess. Yeah, I definitely think that they're working on their finances right now. I think that they're working on their abundance. They're working on their stability. They're realizing that they can't come to you if they're not strong. They see you as the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Or sorry, the Empress. Oh my God, never mind the High Priestess, the Empress. They see you as the Queen of Cups and the Empress, and they do not feel like they're up to your standards. They're trying to figure out what do I need to do to level up? What do I need to do to level up so that I can be with this person? They're working so hard at their money. They're working so hard at their business, at their career. And you, oh my God, yes, the Emperor. Yes. Sorry, I got so excited. You have to just hold the line. Literally, what they need from you right now is space and positive thinking. Send them love, send them, positivity. Let them know, like, I understand you're working through your things. I'm ready to feel protected and safe by you and provided by you. I'm ready to connect with you when, you don't definitely wait and pause your life for this person, right? You're going to keep going and doing your own thing. But what you're letting them know is that you're holding the space in that connection, because I do feel like you two talk to each other in the 5D. You're a match. This person could also be trying to let go of a past relationship, a past connection, or, they could also be trying to let go of past wounds, past suffering. But overall, with all these pentacles here, they know that they have to come correct to you. And they don't feel like they're correct right now. Yeah, look at that, the Devil. They don't feel like they're correct right now. So they're working through this stuff. So you just have to kind of, in essence, hold the line, let them know, like, do your thing. I'm not going to wait around forever. You got to sort your stuff out. But I hold love and peace and compassion and space for you to process these things. You also have to let them know they have to take the responsibility of working through their stuff here. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love this for you. I love this so much for you. Group number 3, if you want to book a cosmic session with me and dive deeper into your personal situation, take a look at the description box below. I'd love to help you out. You can also pick up your amulet down there as well. I'm going to move on to group number 4 now. We will see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye. Group number 4, this is going to be your reading if you picked Sirius or group number 4. This is my personal Sirius piece. I haven't made one to use for display yet. Now, I want to share a little bit about this piece because every single piece has a message that tunes in and taps into your actual reading, to your tarot reading. You can see Sirius here has the blue lace agate, the pearls, pink opal, apatite, amazonite, and the all-seeing eye moonstone, along with these other beautiful gems. When you see this, you feel happy, you feel joy, you feel excitement, but you also feel protected. And the eye, the all-seeing eye, plays a really big role in your reading, in your connection, in the message that is going to be found in the cards for you. We're going to pull out a lot of different cards to start off this particular card, which is a new deck I have. It's a little bit quirky. It's a little bit cute, funny. This card is all about what they're currently feeling for you, okay? Where they're currently at. Plato. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Love is simply the name for the desire and pursuit of the whole. I love that. I didn't read the infinity section because that is for friendship, but I mean, I can right now. The badness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. As I sit here, I feel like this man is influential. Especially if you're dealing with a man, this person is influential. Very influential. Is surrounded themselves by scholars, lots of very rich people, financially well-off people. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here with the energy. I don't mean to be silent, but I'm just receiving. This person is wealthy. So if this is not your person, then maybe this isn't your reading. This person is very well off, legacy, family money, connected, knows a lot of people. Uh, Either a businessman, like golfing, private clubs, like that kind of stuff. And what I'm seeing here is this person is very much in their work right now, in their studies, in their learnings. It could be a teacher as well or a professor. They're very focused on their mind, their brain. Very intellectual individual. Let's get one card here for you and them. So for you, balance. Okay. I bring a perfect state of harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Patience. I accept that everything is happening in divine order. You're both having to learn here the journey of ebbing and flowing. I get the image of temperance in my mind's eye. What is this? I get the image of temperance in my mind's eye. When I see your energy here, your job right now is not to try and rush them or force them into a connection before they are ready. And if you feel like that's not good enough for you, then you walk away from this person. For them, they're realizing that they have to get their ducks in a row. There has to be certain things for them. They're a very pragmatic person, a very structured person. They're the type of person that like needs to make sure that the bed is made in the morning, that these things are done, the coffee, before they can go on in their day. I'm getting Virgo energy, Taurus energy, very organized, Capricorn energy, very earthy energy here. And they're understanding that, like, first, what they're feeling for you is love. I think there's three loves in there. They love you, but they may not have necessarily shown it yet, or they're realizing they're falling for you. They're realizing that I don't feel like some of you may even talk to this person, but they realize like they're into you. They're falling for you, and they don't know the why or the how. They're like trying to work through what's happening in their life when it comes to you while dealing with all the other things that they have. And so they're very slow to move, very earthy energy. As I split the deck, the King of Pentacles. Let's see if he shows up again. I also feel like this person is watching you, observing you, and figuring out like how you will play a role in their life. You know, and it's not to say that there's something bad about you or anything. It's they have to live up to a lot of expectations, family legacy, their network. You know, people who run in those high societies, like the upper middle class, the 1%. You know, they there's a lot of stigma, a lot of judging eyes, a lot of opinions, and they're trying to figure out how to properly bring you into this environment, into this dynamic, because they understand and they realize that it could be very fickle, and it could be an environment where there's a lot of judgment or opinions or gossip, you know. And these type of people, they don't, and I say these type of people, like the upper middle class, the 1%, that your person is in their environment, they sometimes can be a little bit critical. And this person wants to protect you. They want to make sure that you're not going to be exposed to you know, there's stuff, right? Like, oh, what do you do for work? Does your family come have money? Oh, like all that kind of stuff, right? They want to bring you in a way where they feel like you're going to be safe and you're going to be protected from all that other stuff, because they're not worried about, this is too many. Can I just get 6? They're not worried about, I just need 6, please. I don't need their whole life story, just 6 cards to tell. Yeah, they're not worried about the money and stuff like that. Like, they don't care that you may not be as financially well off as them. They don't care about that stuff. What they care is for you not to get hurt in those environments. So they're trying to figure out, how do they bring you in? There he is. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, look, they're trying to figure out, how do they bring you in? Can I get 2 more, please? They're also having to learn some courage, kind of how to like go against the grain in these very patriarchal, very traditional environments. Oh no, my tarot cards. That was for the Queen of Cups. Right? That's what they're trying to figure out. Like, how do I bring her in? And they're also realizing they might, there's so much to your story, really. There really is. If you want to book a private session with me, take a look at the description box below. It's called a cosmic session. Because I just feel like there's so much to your story that I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. This person is realizing also that they're going to have to basically go against the grain. They're going to have some conversations with some people. Just one more, please. Yeah, they're gonna have to, yeah, it's funny. They're gonna have some conversations here. A lot of masculine energy here. This person is surrounded by a lot of influential men. I think I said this already, but a lot of opinionated men. And while some men may be really good for them in terms of like networking and supporting them, they're also not necessarily as forgiving or as gentle when it comes to um, bringing in people from the outside in. I also feel like your person, like, they're a boss. I told you this from the very beginning. They're a boss, but they're realizing that while maybe before the King of Pentacles takes a back seat, you know, he's very stoic in nature. The King of Wands demands attention, and I almost get this energy that your person has taken a lot of time here to self-reflect, to review, to analyze, to process, to be in contemplation. They've realized that you are the 9 of Cups for them. You are this person that brings them joy. Your connection is this thing that brings them joy. With the King of Pentacles, they're just, again, stoic, very slow to move. They're very pragmatic. They're very structured. They're very disciplined. Less is more, okay? Not necessarily the like romantic, right? Diehard romantic here. Their love language is in the way of providing. So they'll make sure that the bills are paid, the house is gorgeous, you have all the money and all the material things and the stability and the structure, security, the safety, but they may not be like, you know, mushy gushy. And they are realizing that in order for this connection to move forward, in order for this connection to take the next level, they're going to have to do something a little bit different. You see, he's sitting here in this contemplation, boredom, stagnation, looking at the 3 cups, not really happy with them though. And the universe is giving him a gift, but he's just so wrapped up in like the societal constructs, the external judgment, all the things that the people are going to say. What am I going to say when I bring this girl into, or guy into this connection, and it doesn't follow into their little boxes and check all their lines and all this crap? Like, how am I going to have this conversation? And like, I know I want to, I know I need to, but like the how is really affecting them. And somewhere between, who knows, with the 4 of Cups and the Knight of Swords, I would say within the next 6 to 12 months, they're going to have like an aha moment of how they're going to be able to move forward here with the Knight of Swords into the King of Wands. And they realize they're just going to have to boss it up. They're going to have to, you know, instead of being the stoic, they're going to have to speak up. They're going to have to turn around and be like, listen, so I'm just having some of my tea. They're going to have to turn around and say, listen, like, this is the situation. This is this person. I need you all to know that, like, this is somebody that I'm committed to. This is somebody that I'm going to make a move on. I'm not just going to look at them every day and make stories in my head. It's time for me to like really tune in, tap in, and let them know how I'm feeling about them. I almost get this energy that you two haven't even had too many conversations with each other, but this person already knows. This person already knows that you're their person. This person is also very mercurial in nature as well. Pay attention to the red flags. Yeah, they're realizing, yeah, forgiving and learning, the honeymoon. They're also realizing like the behaviors of, honestly, you know what I want to say? Sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but this is like an old white man's club where they're all like, oh, let me have a smoke of my cigar. Like that's the energy I'm getting as I'm reading these cards. Um, and they're like, oh my God, like I'm gonna have to fucking deal with, Uncle Joe and this guy and blah 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 and all they're gonna be asking me 1,001 questions and like all this other stuff. And your person right now is really realizing how they're like the traditional aspects, the patriarchal aspects, the old white man's club aspect of the environment that he's surrounded in, right? He can't do anything about that. That's what he grew into. That's what he's grown up into. That's his environment. That's his life. You can't ask him to change that. But he is realizing, or your person is realizing, I should say, that this environment has sometimes affected his love life. And he's learning, he's working through stuff. He's trying to figure out how he can take his lessons, take his maturity, take the time and be able to move forward towards you and bring you in as well. Like I do get this pull, this tug that they want to bring you in. Playfulness and worth waiting for. Yeah, like this, I feel like this person's waited a long time to meet somebody like you. I feel like this person's waited a long time to make the moves on you. I feel like this person, it just wants to have fun with you. I feel like this person has money, and right now I feel like they're spending it on like gambling and doing all this stupid shit. And I think they'd rather be like, I'd rather spend all this money, like this limitless bank account that I have, on this person and spoil them and let them know, like through gifts and through acts of service, like these things that I can do for them. The sun. You're like a breath of fresh air in their life. Because I don't think you come from their world. Speaking of the world, it's two worlds that are coming together to build a new world. And when they're with you, they're realizing this union that they have, this connection that they have. They're like, it's like this energy of like, what's the word? How can I explain this? It's like, okay, it's like Aladdin, right? It's like Aladdin and what's her face? Jasmine. She's rich, she's got all this money, she lives in this palace. And I'm not saying you're Aladdin in the sense of like you're poor, but there's a wealth disparity. There's a gap in the worlds that you two live. And your person doesn't care about that. Your person does not give a crap about the fact that there's a difference. Your person is trying to figure out how to move forward, right? Bring it forward. They want to have kids with you. Is the sun here? Yeah, like they're very different than the environment that they grew up in. Maybe even some could have said that they are the black sheep. I want to read you the temperance message because I feel like it's important. Oh, and this is the Italian one. So as much as I love Italians, I won't be able to read that one for you because I don't know how. Okay, one sec. Let me find the, there it is. The art of knowing how to adapt is always useful in love. To do so, however, you must be compassionate of your neighbor's misfortunes. Healing. Like, come on, look how beautiful this message is. So you see, forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past, you must experience more love in your present moments. This person is like, oh, I just, I want to kiss them. I want to squeeze them. They're just so sweet. They're just so different than like this, like, they're not stuck up at all. Like, yeah, they might have a bottomless pit of money that like they know they're never going to run out of because their whole family is just so incredibly wealthy, but they're not ignorant. This person is just very different, wealthy but humble. I just want to read this card again for you because I think it's so important. The art of knowing how to adapt is always useful in love. To do so, however, you must be compassionate of your neighbor's misfortunes. I think that your person has seen how money can ruin things if it's not used correctly, and also that, there are people out there still living joyful, happy lives without having as much money. They also realize like money is meant to be shared, and just because they have a lot of money doesn't mean they have to marry somebody who has a lot of money too. Like, they can build with the world new money with you. We have the Five of Wands, the people that he'll have to kind of battle, essentially, right? He's gonna have to stand up to some people here, or she. I keep saying he, I'm sorry. That's the energy. I'm getting that this is a guy. And then the Chariot, right? He's like, I'm ready to take control of my love. Like I'm done having to deal with like all these expectations, all these narratives, all these stories from all these people about what my love life should look like and who I should marry and what I should do and ba 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 ba. I'm just gonna pull. That was a lot. Can I just pull out the one worth waiting for, please? Oh my god, I just want one, not seven. It's funny too. Your whole deck, like, there's so much to your story here. It's really, really beautiful. Worth waiting for. The Hierophant. Yeah, they want commitment with you. They're not gonna stop. They're not going to stop until they get commitment with you. You have to be the balance, and they have to work through their things and allow this union to unfold naturally so you two can come together in harmony. And also, you need to not have judgment because of the environment that he's grown up in. Yeah, he's known money his whole life, or she's known money that her whole life. Doesn't make her a bad person. It's a situation of her circumstances or his circumstances because of what he grew up in. You see, it's like two worlds learning how to work together beautifully. All right, group number 4. If you want to book a private session or pick up your amulet, take a look at the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you later. Alligator. Peace out. Bye.